Hey guys, I want to do a weekly forecast for the pound dollar using Fourier Analysis and other Gann theory and neural nets. I'm introducing that this week. So without any further delay, let's get into it. I want to start off with the quarterly bars. These are just showing indication of how price momentum is moving within the spectrum, and it's showing that these this is the quarter that we're in right now, but the last quarter has been positive. And the last, quarters here have been negative. So things are becoming a little bullish looking at this. Looking at the monthly, you can see that we've had a few green months closing higher, making higher highs and higher lows. And we have two negative months, this one and this one. And this one right now, as of we speak, is positive. And then this is a weekly, but this one you got to get a little closer because there's a lot going on. As you know, September 1st was a high. We had 2 weeks down, one positive down, and then two positive down, and one positive. So this is where we at right now. So I figured I just wanted to show you the patterns. Okay, so recap. Let's look at what happened 2 weeks ago. This October 12th, you see that there was a Fourier analysis indication here. And now looking in hindsight, it was a top. And then we just kind of chopped around here for that whole week, very choppy. And then made a low. And then this week, we just passed, the dates that were there were the 21st and the 23rd. So the 21st had a nice big pop. And I'm going to show you a lot of things why we had this pop, besides the Fourier saying something was going to happen. As you can see, sometimes you're not going to get a turning point. You're going to just get some big volume. So that's something you have to add into the equation. And then we had 2 down days. And this Friday was the 23rd. Looking into the future, October 30th is a turning point or a pop, downside, whatever's going to happen, it's going to be a possibility, something on a Friday. As you can see on the 21st, we had this big pop. And over here, we just had where it was going to be a swing top, minor swing top, and we just chopped down lower. So my guess, it could be a top, or it could be, a swing low bottom, and then we pop up. But as of right now, I'm still bullish. Nothing has really changed my sentiment. I wanted to show you something here. You see this right here? This is the highest the RSI has been, and it was somewhere around here. But the real high came in on September 1st. One of the couple of nuances you can pick up on the RSI is that when you see a divergence building up like that, sometimes right there and there, that was your turning point, not really here. But once you start seeing the divergence, you're really getting closer to the top. And it's just a matter of just kind of narrowing down where could be the possible top. And there's a couple of techniques to figure that out. But I just want to show you with the RSI, you could kind of get some hints. Once you hit a high on the RSI and then you start floating lower while prices go higher. So let's get into the analysis. Let's see what we got. So RSI, you can see that as of the 23rd, we made a low. We're making higher highs. Just got a little pullback, some profit taking, and it ended on the 23rd. The 30th is a hot day. These are a couple of days I'm going to throw at you that I'm watching. One is the 26th, using some other Gann theory, and the 29th. Those 2 dates I'm watching. Fourier analysis saying the 30th. Keep an eye on that for something to be, something that possibly could happen. Swing high, swing low, an explosion upward or downward, like in a case like this, a bull kicker. And then I ran neural networks. That's something I'm going to be introducing this week in my channel. A couple of techniques you could use if you have timing solution, or if you have, the software, you could use neural nets. I'm going to show you some things I've been, back testing, and some of you may have been using this technique, or maybe some of you don't know about it. But if you don't, I think it would be a great thing for you to implement in your research and your back testing. So the neural net is saying that possible turning points could be the 27th, which is a Tuesday. And it's saying November 3rd is a hot day. So November 3rd and the 27th. It also picked up the 22nd and the 23rd. It was dancing somewhere around between these two. But that's it. So neural nets, 27, Fourier analysis, 30th, and my calculations is the 26th and the 29th. So whatever could happen, Monday, Tuesday, we probably could be pushing lower, find a low somewhere, maybe within a channel, right here or something in that case, and have prices just, chisel down and then pop up somewhere between the 27th or the 29th. It all depends. But if it doesn't do that, and it, Monday comes and it pushes higher Tuesday, maybe after it pushes a little lower, then the 27th, the 29th, and the 30th could be possible targets to the upside and turning points. Using, this is a big gap right here. If it's going to go high, 32.94 all the way to 33.09, that could be a nice little target somewhere around there if it's going to continue pushing higher. As you can see, we hit some resistance somewhere around here. You see this big gap right in there. So let's look at our cycles and see what we got going on. Cycles, you can see that the big one topped out here. It's pushing lower, but in between the red one and the blue and the green, prices have just been fluctuating. As you can see, it come down, it went up. It's come down, it went up. It's come down. It was very choppy here, and I went up. And you have a topping here with this right here, and there's a topping coming out on the 28th, somewhere around there, while the red one is bottoming out. Using the composite of these three cycles, this is the merging of these three cycles. You get this one cycle, and you can see that it's been following it pretty good. Over here, it kind of was a little off. It was pointing, and then it kind of just continued going higher, but then it chopped down and then it went up. And according to these cycles, it could possibly bottom out on November 3rd or 1st. I know neural net was picking November 3rd, somewhere around here. So it'd be interesting to see if prices continue going low, or if it does, I'm going to go short. I went long this Friday towards the close. I got in at 30.41. Just because I think there's a lot of support here, as you can see on the market profile. Smack in the middle where all the heavy volume is, right in the middle. So I'm at 30.41 right here. So I'm hoping that, it doesn't go any lower and that we continue going up. Let's get that out of the way. Let's look at our harmonics and see if there's anything. There's nothing for next week, so it's all open. Anything November 3rd is going to be a harmonic hit. That lines up with the neural net. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Bradley model, there's something for Saturday, but we're closed on the weekend. The next thing will probably be Sunday on the Bradley model. And I think that's it for that. So Fourier, the 30th, keep an eye on that. Let's look at this chart real quick. As you can see, looking at timing clusters, the 21st was a hot day for a possible swing high. It looks like it panned out perfectly. We're above the 50, so it's inside day. And right now, this is a seasonal inverted. Made a high here. We pushed lower, but prices went going up and kind of topped out right at the bottom, where now the prices are want to go higher on the inverted seasonality. Stokes are positive. You can see right here, so that's a good sign. Only thing I don't like is the oscillators. You can see that the oscillating divergence is becoming minimum and minimum. While prices are going up, this oscillator hasn't even made a new high to take out this one here. So there's not that many bulls showing up. MACD is still positive. Cycles, this is a longer one, like 200 and something. It's topping out here. This is a 57. Looks like it's going to bottom out on the 29th. Looking at our Fibo, you can see that prices went straight up and kissed 61.8, 31.73. So that's interesting, but we're below the 50%, so that's not good. But we're above the 50 SMA, so it's kind of in the middle point. Nothing there in the Gann. And then here, this is what I wanted to show you. You can see this explosion. We're right at the tips of the ellipse. The ellipse technique is based on when price action is just kind of doing its thing, and when it reaches these like hot zones, I call them, off the end of the ellipse, something happens. It's either explodes up, explodes down, or sometimes it doesn't do anything. So right now, the next hot point will be the 29th, the day I'm watching, which lines up right here. The 26th is a hot day I'm watching, which I don't know is going to happen anything on Monday. And then you got the 30th. So there's a couple of things lining up here with Fourier and some of the other techniques I use. But the channel's pointing higher. We're below this big, long trend line, so I don't really like that. If it continues pushing lower, this channel right here could be support. And if it breaks below and the 29th comes, you got to watch out because maybe something big is going to happen. And there's a lot of support over here. Looking at the Elliott wave, you can see that this is saying that this is wave 4. And then we're possibly going to go to wave 5. This is a possible target if you're bearish, 25, 26. And this PTI says that 27 number is indicating that it's below 35. So what's this saying is that the pound had the potential to continue going lower, but now that this number is below 35, the probability of the pound coming to do a wave 5 is very slim. And that's due to the fact that price action broke through these little crosses, these little X's, and that the price action is continuing to push higher. So if we start pushing even higher and take out this high of 31.76, then this is going to shrink, and probably this is all going to convert to this is going to be a wave 3, and you're going to go down here. This is going to be a wave 4. And we're going to be working on a wave 5. But if we continue pushing lower, then this is going to be then a wave 5 going down here. And I think that's it. Hopefully you like this video. This will be the forecast for next week. I'm bullish, but if we continue pushing lower, then like I said, this will be a great buying opportunity within this channel right here. And just wait for those key dates I mentioned. If you see any big volume going, upwards, you got some conviction, that would be a good trade for next week. Subscribe, hit the like button, and hopefully you like these videos, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the pound dollar using Fourier and Gann's theory.